Hi guys, hope you are doing well. This is the second part of my interview when I was in my first job with a company in Mexico and this partnership with a company in the USA. As I mentioned in the last video, the company came to Peru. They were buying asparagus from here in the north in Trujillo. Here in Ica, in 5 or 6 packing houses, I had to drive the representatives, a Mexican people, came to Ica, to Peru exactly, to see and verify how was the process and trying to get all the stuff in order. In my meeting, as I mentioned in my last video, I have my hair very high, I grow it a lot because I used to have dreadlocks when I was at the university. That's another story that I will let you know later. But my plan was probably they will not love me, or they don't like my kind of person, or probably I don't have the profile to fit the job. And I said to my dad, what about if I don't cut my hair? Because he he told me, hey, try to do a nice haircut, try to have a nice presence for that day, shave your beard or whatever. And I told him, okay, I will shave, but I will not cut my hair. I prefer to be myself. And if they are not looking for a guy like me, I will not lose time again letting grow my hair. So I try to be myself. When I met Mr. Jim in the beginning, he recognized me in the first time. Mr. Jim is he passed away 5 years ago. He was a very nice guy, 65-year-old man from the United States. He was a very kind person. He asked me about if we could do the meeting in English. Actually, I was not in my 100% of understanding of the language, but I could manage the meeting. After that, we spent around an hour. My dad was outside the restaurant where I met that guy. And it was very funny because we talked more things than only about the business. He asked me how I feel doing the things that I have been doing with Mr. Jose Ramon and also with Mr. Juan Pedro, who came in the beginning here, and I was driving them to the packing houses and to see the businessman here in Ica. Besides of that, we talk about my preferences, what I do, how is my life, how is everything, if I have enough time, and if in case I have the enthusiasm to go and visit Mexico and United States later. And I say, yes, no worries, I like to travel, so for me it's not a problem at all. He said, okay, let us try. Ramon will call you then, or he will come to Peru and see you and sit with you to see how is the process, and you can start in any time. That was my first business meeting or work meeting to have my job. After that came Jose Ramon with Juan Pedro, and we plan a travel to Trujillo. We visit some packing houses. We spent time in nice hotels and eat nice food, and was very nice because I was really really excited about have that kind of work. Like representer for me was a very nice position, and I was 20s in my 20s, so for me was successful 100%. After that, when my travel finished to Trujillo, we came to Ica, and I said, I got it. I don't have to cut my hair. I have only to be present on the packing houses, coordinate with the people who has to pack and send the goods to the airport, be on time, and have a nice quality report for my bosses. And but finally, in the last part of the meeting with Juan Pedro, when the day when he need to come back to Peru, I he told me, Jose, we are happy to have you in the company, but from now you will represent an American company, so you have to be careful with your looking, and it's important that you have a very nice profile as a professional. So I suggest you to cut your hair and buy some nice shirts and t-shirts also, and be part of this team. Has to come with some changes with you. And yes, I was agreeing, okay, I will do it, no problem. And I had to cut my hair and start my work. One time I had to finish the season of asparagus in Peru. Then I have to move to Mexico to continue my preparation as a professional in the business of the asparagus. So I was agricultural engineer, so I felt like a professional, right? I went to Mexico, but the story was not as I expected, because I was not in the city. I went to the field farm outside the city, outside of Hermosillo, in a small town named Caborca, and then 60 kilometers away the city, the small town. The name of the place was La Y. Then I was surprised. Okay, I have to be here, then come back to the city. But they told me you have to spend the time here learning in the fields, and you have to be more in touch with the asparagus fields, work with the people. And I said, okay, no problem, I can do it. In the beginning, I was late in the fields at 10 a.m. I think they passed for me at 6 a.m. in the hotel in Caborca, and we moved to the fields, because the fields and the packing house were in the same place in La Y. I was surprised, but I could manage my feelings, because my dad showed me how to handle all kind of situations. So I have to do what I need to do in my work. And finally, Juan Pedro called somebody, hey, come. This is Jose, he's from Peru. He needs to learn all the things you need to show him to know how is the process of get the asparagus from the soil. So it's your tool to cut the asparagus from the ground and learn as much as possible, because it is part of your job now. Okay, I managed that kind of things, and I continue the process of learning. It took me almost 1 month. Then I passed to the packing house, and I start learning how to process the asparagus properly, not as a seer, much more as a doer. So I had to do the selection first, and I spent another 3 weeks doing that, but I will let you know more in another video. Hope you enjoy. See you then, guys.